I don't know about you guys, but I am super confused by whatever is going on in Sony's Spider-Man spin-off Marvel universe. Whatever they're trying to do over there, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, we got the Venom movies, we got Morbius, of course, which made more $1 billion. We got Kraven the Hunter coming next year, and everybody's fan favorite Spider-Man villain, El Muerto, is getting his own movie with Bad Bunny, so that's super exciting. And then we have Madam Web, which has just been really, I don't even know how to explain it at this point. Like, it's been so confusing, so convoluting, conflicting reports and all that. I just don't even know what's going on with this movie. There's been reports even saying that it's not even a Madam Web movie. They're just using that as a cover to disguise what it actually is. So who knows if this actually even is a Madam Web movie. I guess we'll have to wait and see on that. But our good friends over the Cosmic Circus, they just leaked the official cast of this movie and revealed what the different actors and actresses are playing in the film. And I think it just makes even more questions than we had before. Um, yeah, this it doesn't make a lot of sense, but we're gonna go ahead and break it down anyway. And of course, the Cosmic Circus is a super reliable source, so I fully believe this information. But take it as a rumor, take it with a grain of salt for now until it's officially confirmed by Sony. We see it in a trailer, whatever the case may be. And final warning: if you don't want to see who these actors are playing, like I said, I don't think any of this is really a spoiler. But I still wanted to warn you just in case you don't want to know anything about this movie. But let's jump into this. So, of course, the star of the movie, the original first casting we got from Marvel Madam Web, is Dakota Johnson. And so we assumed, okay, she's going to be the star, she's going to be our main Madam Web. But I didn't expect her to be Cassandra Webb. So, Cassandra Webb, of course, is the old lady that sits in a chair with a blindfold on. So when this movie was first announced and it was first revealed that Dakota Johnson was going to be starring, that was the first thing that we thought was, okay, she's going to be playing Cassandra Webb. That doesn't make sense. Why would Dakota Johnson be playing the old lady that sits in a chair? But then obviously we came to the conclusion, like, okay, it would make much more sense if she was actually playing Julia Carpenter, the younger second version of Madam Web in the comics. That would just make much more sense. I mean, the character has been described as Sony's Doctor Strange, so that kind of lines up more with the Julia Carpenter version of the character. But now for it to be revealed that she is playing Cassandra Webb, this just doesn't make any sense to me at all, because we knew the character was going to be in the movie, but I was assuming and hoping it was going to be the old lady that's sitting in a chair with the blindfold on. Like, that, first of all, I think actually might look pretty cool in the movie. But Dakota Johnson as that, I don't think would really work. For all we know, maybe we will see that at some point in the film, because we do know that this movie takes place in the past, takes place in the early 2000s. So we could see possibly like a present day shot of like old Dakota Johnson sitting in a chair and doing that whole thing. So that would be cool, and that's one possibility. But I don't know, it's just confusing, like really confusing. Especially when you look at set photos, which literally show us pictures of Dakota Johnson wearing the jacket of Julia Carpenter and looking exactly like Julia Carpenter from the comics. So I don't know what's going on there. And then speaking of Julia Carpenter, Sydney Sweeney is going to be playing Julia Carpenter, which is another interesting one, because then I don't even know how to explain this. But so okay, like I said, we knew Julia Carpenter was going to be in this, but if Sydney Sweeney is Julia Carpenter, then why does Dakota Johnson look like Julia Carpenter in the movie? And then on top of this, we were originally hearing reports, and I did a video on this a while ago, that Sydney Sweeney was going to be playing the villain of this movie, Charlotte Witter, who in the comics is the granddaughter of Cassandra Webb, and in the movie was supposedly going to be changed to just be your daughter, and she was going to be like thirsty for power of the web of life and the spider totem and all this stuff. And that actually sounded really cool. I really liked the casting of Sydney Sweeney in the role, and now apparently that's not the case. Maybe this character will still be the villain of the movie. I don't know for sure, because there's nothing here to say who the villain actually is. There's a tease of like what the villain's plan is, but we don't know who the villain actually is. So apparently Sydney Sweeney will not be the villain. And honestly, when it comes to Sydney Sweeney being cast in a Sony Spider-Man movie, kind of disappointed she's not either one of these characters. She would have made a perfect Spider-Gwen or even a perfect Black Cat. I would have loved that, but unfortunately she's going to be playing Julia Carpenter. Then we have Celeste O'Connor is going to be playing Maddie Franklin. So Celeste O'Connor, of course, is from the recent Ghostbusters Afterlife movie. You know, Sony keeping her in-house there. So that's cool to see. And Maddie Franklin is a character I don't know much about, but she is one of the iterations of Spider-Woman in the comics. So that is pretty cool that this is kind of basically going to be a giant female Spider-Man team-up movie, which kind of goes alongside what we were originally hearing with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse animated spin-off movie with like Spider-Gwen leading the team and all that stuff. No idea if that movie's still happening, but this basically kind of sounds like the live action version of that. So this is pretty cool. I like this casting. Then we also have Isabella Merced as Anya Corazon, aka Spider-Girl, which is actually something I did make a video about a couple months ago when we first heard of her casting in this film, because just going based off of, again, that original report that mentioned Sydney Sweeney as Charlotte Witter, not sure if that's true or not, but that did mention that we were going to be getting Anya Corazon in this movie, so I kind of assumed and theorized that she was cast in this role, and now this officially confirms it. So again, we got two Madam Webs, we got a Spider-Woman, and now a Spider-Girl. Then this is where things get weird. Like, really weird. So we have Adam Scott, great actor, but he's going to be playing Uncle Ben Parker. What? Yeah, so like I said, it takes place in the early 2000s, so this is going to be before Peter Parker's born. And we got Ben Parker in here, which I'll talk about and explain it more in a second. But we also have this other final casting of Emma Roberts as Mary Parker, aka the mother of Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man. Now, this I wasn't expecting, like, at all. Originally, we were hearing reports that she was going to be Cassandra Webb, the older Madam Webb, but now she's going to be Peter Parker's mom, and we've actually seen set photos where she is pregnant. So she is pregnant with Peter Parker in this movie, and these two castings right here are both confusing but kind of intriguing at the same time, because basically it teases that I think the plot of this film is that there's going to be some sort of villain in this movie, that their goal is to eliminate Spider-Man, eliminate Peter Parker from the timeline by most likely killing Mary Parker before Peter is born. Now, I don't exactly know how Uncle Ben factors into this, considering that we don't have any castings for an Aunt May or even Richard Parker. Like, why are these the two characters, Mary Parker and Ben Parker, when they're not even related yet? Well, you know, kinda. I'm not sure if they'd be married, if Mary and Richard would be married at this time, but you know, if she's pregnant, then I'm assuming Richard exists in this movie, unless they're doing a whole big switcheroo and apparently Uncle Ben is the father, which I wouldn't put it past Sony if they were to do that, but that'd just be really, really weird. And then another thing that's confusing me is when it comes to Adam Scott being Uncle Ben, okay, that's actually a pretty cool idea, especially since a lot of people were originally theorizing, like, oh, he's playing an alternate universe version of Peter Parker, but we saw set photos where he's working as a paramedic. Now, Uncle Ben working as a paramedic, I don't know if that's anything from the comics. I don't think that contradicts anything. But he was working with Dakota Johnson's character. So a lot of people were assuming that he was playing Julia Carpenter's ex-husband from the comics, because things were kind of lining up there with the whole paramedics thing. And now he's Uncle Ben. So again, I don't know exactly what's going on here. It's weird. It is really weird. But I mean, the whole Mary Parker, Uncle Ben thing is definitely intriguing, and I'm excited to see where this goes. But again, it's just confusing. Like, this whole thing is really, really confusing. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. The movie doesn't come out until, I don't think not until like 2024. So we've got some time. Maybe it's late 2023. I really don't know for sure. Hopefully we get some more set photos and all that stuff. A lot of these characters, like the Spider-Girl and Spider-Woman and these Madam Webs, who knows if they're actually even going to suit up as these characters, or if they're just going to be, you know, Anya Corazon and just these, you know, people with spider totems. I don't know exactly how it's going to go, but I'm definitely intrigued, to say the least. So, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about these supposed castings for the Madam Web movie? What do you think about the inclusion of some of these characters, especially Uncle Ben and Mary Parker? So anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I can keep up to date on everything that goes on in the Marvel life.